Welcome to Pictures in Time from the Department of History at Lancaster University, where we share historical photographs, paintings and objects that help us to see the other side of history. I'm Sophie Ambler. I'm a medieval historian at Lancaster, and I'd like to share with you an object that tells us about the reign of King John and the most famous document in history, Magna Carta. This is the penny minted for John, King of England from 1199 to 1216, to be used in his land of Ireland. Ireland was subject to the English crown, but not tightly governed, and the English barons who held land there could also rule with little regard for their overlord, until, that is, King John decided to stamp royal authority on all those regions that had so far escaped it. The most effective way of signalling his intent was to mint a new coin. At this time, there was only one coin in circulation in John's lands, the silver penny. For the purpose of accounting, people referred to shillings and pounds. There were 12 pennies in a shilling and 240 pennies in a pound, but no such denominations existed. Making a payment of £100, for instance, would involve delivering 24,000 silver pennies transported in barrels, or translating this sum into ingot or plate. For a sense of scale, in this period a knight might draw an income of £15 to £20 a year, a great baron £200 to £400, while an earl might enjoy an income in the low thousands. At the other end of the scale, a penny was the daily wage of an unskilled labourer, so almost everyone would handle coinage. This made it a potentially potent tool of mass communication, and so the image for John's Irish coin was chosen carefully. On the coin, John looms out of a triangular frame that perhaps represents Ireland, wearing his crown and wielding his sceptre, surrounded by his name, written in governmental Latin, Rex Johannes, an emphatic statement of kingly authority. Coins like this were used to pay the sums proffered by barons to access justice, take possession of their inheritance, and choose their own marriage partners, as well as to pay taxes. Under John, the sums demanded could be enormous. While the king's ordinary annual income might be £22,000 to £30,000, a tax of 1207 netted him the monumental sum of £60,000. John's drive to impose authority across his lands and raise huge sums of money helped to foment discontent. It provoked the rebellion of the Baronial family of Breuse, who held lands in Ireland and the Welsh Marches. In response, John set out to destroy them. Matilda de Breuse and her eldest son were captured and consigned to prison. After 11 days they were found dead, apparently starved to death on John's orders. Matilda's husband, meanwhile, William, had been forced into exile in France, joining the cohort of England's bishops who had already been forced to flee John's lands. It was there that he heard the news of the miserable death of his wife and son. William himself died soon afterwards, some said killed by grief. He was buried by another of his children, the exiled Bishop of Hereford. As John's reign wore on, discontent grew, and many of John's barons united in rebellion against him, a rebellion that was to lead in 1215 to Magna Carta. The plight of the Breuse family, and others like them, was to be remembered in the Charter's most famous clause. No free person is to be arrested or imprisoned or deprived of their property, or outlawed or exiled, or in any other way destroyed, nor will we go against them or send against them, except by the lawful judgment of their peers, or by the law of the land.